Service driver assist system. I've been seeing this more and more frequently lately. This vehicle particular is a 2015 Chevrolet Tahoe, and basically, if I'm seeing this message more and more often, that means that, you know, people out there are seeing this come up more and more frequently. You know, it's a 2015. They're starting to get a little older. They're starting to get mileage put on them, and I guess the issues are starting to pop up. But okay, so if you have this driver assist system, I've seen this 3 times, and out of those 3 times, it was all the exact same problem. It's a code stored in the body control module for, it's B172E. Driver seat left rear haptic movement motor. Okay, so that one's short to battery, and the second one's just short to ground. Okay, so the haptic movement motor is basically just a fancy way to say a butt vibrator, because that's all that is. It's a butt vibrator. There's these vibrators in the left and right of the seat, and depending, you know, if something's close to the left side, you know, in the rear left, the left side's gonna vibrate. If you're on the, you know, on the right side of the vehicle, the right side of your seat's gonna vibrate. Just to kind of better, you know, for the driver to visualize where you're close, you know, where the warning is coming from. That's all it's for. It's like my left is vibrating, my right is vibrating. But the issue is that these motors are starting to go out all the time. All it is a little motor that plugs in under the seat, goes into the cushion under your ass, and vibrates. You know, I actually have one here, and I'll show you what it looks like. Here we have a brand new haptic sensor, or butt vibrator. Let me pull this out of the packaging. Here it is. You can easily find this plug under your seat if you raise your seat all the way up. I'm going to show you how to replace this, don't worry, but this is all it is. It's just a plug, and somewhere in here it the circuit breaks, and it just loses power or ground or both, and it stops vibrating. And when one of these stops vibrating, you get the driver assist system service menu. So I'm going to show you how to replace this. It's a super easy fix. I'm going to pop this in, clear the code, and test it. Basically, to test it, all I did is put it in reverse, set the parking brake, and walk behind the vehicle. In a situation where it's supposed to alert the driver, that's whenever it vibrates, and when it can't vibrate, that's whenever the this menu pops up. So let's go ahead. That's enough talking. Let's replace this and fix this problem. Alright, so to locate the sensor, what I'm going to do is basically just look at the plug. You know, this is what I'm looking for here. If you come up under the seat, this is looking at the rear of the seat, from the rear looking forward. And right away you can find the plug right here. This is the plug for the haptic sensor, because this is the one out for the new one. So there's one that goes off to the left, and there should be, yeah, this one goes off to the right. And the code I'm getting is for the left, driver's side left haptic sensor. I'm just going to unplug it. It's got a... oh shit. There's the problem. So I've actually seen this before, where the wire just separates from the motor. This is why you get that error. Okay, so this opening here, that's where the sensor goes into. And believe me when I say it's a pain in the ass getting the old sensor out. But the funny thing is, there's so much room in there that you can literally just shove the new one in there and have it beside it and plug it in, and it's going to work just fine. You're going to feel it vibrate just as much as the right side does, I promise. So you can struggle and take the seat apart, or take it out, take the foam off, or cut yourself on the metal cage down here, getting this original one out of here, or you can just shove the new one beside it and plug it in, like I'm about to show you. Hold on. So here's a new one. There it is. I just shoved it up there beside the original sensor. I'm going to plug it in. Alright. It's got like this little clip here just to kind of keep the wire out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and Pop that in. Now from here, all I'm going to do is clear the code, test the driver assist system, and it should be fixed. Alright, here we are. I've got the codes brought up. I haven't cleared it yet. This is from earlier. Trouble codes. Clear. And by the way, I'm going to link this scanner in the description, and I'll also try to find the haptic seat sensor. I'll link that in the description. If you can't seem to find one, I'll link it down there for you, so you don't have to look for it. I'm going to go ahead and click trouble codes, no fault codes detected. But to really test it out, just to really make sure it's fixed, what you need to do is put it in gear, set the parking brake, you know, be safe about this, really make sure it's not rolling, and get in front of the either front sensors or rear sensors. That's the only way to really test this. So I'm going to walk across the rear sensors now. Okay, so before when I would do that, the service menu would instantly pop up. So it's guaranteed fixed. Just to make sure, I'm going to scan it one more time. No fault codes, fixed. Easy as that. So yeah, this was just a quick, simple demonstration and I guess how to fix the service driver assist system on the, I guess this applies to Silverado, Sierras, Tahoes, Yukons, all this, you know, 15 and up shit. This is starting to become a big issue on all these trucks and SUVs. But if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.